Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chute Bosses. Alex Dodd here with Zach Alvira, and we've got a special guest today, Resistol rookie bull rider and NFR Open champion Avery Mullins. Avery, how's it going?
Oh, it's going, man.
Yeah, I mean, you've been cooped up in the house for the last few days, but before we get into everything, let's look back at this past weekend for you. I mean, you were the only guy to stick on three bulls, go out there with a 91-point ride in the NFR Open Finals to win the thing. Just what's that feeling like even today as you kind of look back at it and think about what you accomplished over the weekend?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad for sure. Uh, I mean, I'm just glad it all happened after being 91 points, so it kind of made it feel a little bit better, and all the money and cool buckle and saddle and all that stuff. And shoot, I today I just found out I was winning the Polaris Ranger too, so that's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, I mean that Polaris. I was talking to Cash Rob right before the awards presentation too, and he's like, "So what? We get like a saddle and a Montana Silversmith buckle." I'm like, "Yeah, you get a Polaris Ranger too." And he's like, "Shoot, nobody told me that. I'd come to this thing every year if I could get a Ranger."
Yeah, me too.
It's funny because it kind of seems like that's what people were most proud of was the Ranger. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't just Cash. I mean, I think Shelby was also very happy with it. I'm sure. And I think even Levi Lord said something. I mean, it was kind of funny. But Avery, you did say just a second ago you got to take the good with the bad, and unfortunately, there was a little bit of bad for you. Explain the injury you announced on your Instagram on Sunday. We were able to talk to you about it the other day. What happened? What transpired? And overall, what's the diagnosis right now and the timeline for when you might be able to return to Bulls?
So right now, all I kind of know is I was at the hospital for like the last 2 or 3 days. I just got home last night, but they diagnosed me. I ended up breaking the C6 vertebrae in my neck, and then like in my upper back, kind of right beneath the C6, about in my shoulder blade like area. I broke the T3, the T5, and the T6 vertebrae as well there. So I really don't know how long the surgeon at the hospital he told me there shouldn't be no surgery, but I have to follow up with Tandy. I'm waiting to get my results to where I can transfer those over to Tandy and have Tandy look at those results, and hopefully he gives me the same answer. But as of right now, I'm missing to be in a neck brace for 6 to 8 weeks, and then probably another good month or two of physical therapy before I start getting on again. So I will be out for the rest of the remainder of my rookie year, which is kind of a crappy deal, but yeah, that's just kind of the thing. You got to take the good with the bad. It's part of rodeo. It's part of bull riding. It sucked. It had to happen like right now. Like just kind of made that big jump in the world standings and gave my shot at making the NFR like I planned on this year. And but there's always next year. So I'm just looking forward to next year and getting healed up. And it was kind of a blessing in disguise too. Like I told the guys at on Cowboy Channel, like I've been hurt a lot this year. My hips have been hurt really bad, and I had a broken riding hand for majority of the season already. And I just switched board ups a month or two ago, and my hand started healing up, and then this. So it's just all going to give me a good amount of time to get everything else healed up and get dialed in, and uh, just kind of recoup before the beginning of next year.
Man, obviously, you guys bull riders, you're modern day gladiators. I mean, you're getting back in the arena with bumps and bruises and sometimes serious injuries. What makes you get in that box or get in that chute and nod your head every time? You know the risks. You know how dangerous this is. Like you mentioned, you've been hurt a ton of times. What makes you get back on the back of another bull and nod your head?
I don't know. I guess just the will to win. And I mean, whenever you love something as much as like most of us guys do that are out here on the road every single day going to rodeos trying to accomplish those goals we've had since we were little kids, that it's kind of hard to put anything in the path that we can't get around, or don't want to get around or whatnot like that. So you just got to put up with those things, the injuries and tough draws and all that stuff, and keep going, keep fighting for what you want and what you've set out to do from day one.
Avery, where'd your passion for bull riding come from?
Uh, I don't know. I've had it since I was a little bitty, going to rodeos and stuff with my dad. Like I told you guys whenever we were there at the NFR Open, when it was called the Ram National Circuit Finals or whatnot. I went to that 3 or 4 times with my dad since I was. I mean, first time I think I was just a couple months old whenever I went with my dad and mom and whatnot. When it was in Pocatello, and then I went a few years while I was in Oklahoma City, and just getting to see that and getting to go to rodeos with my dad and all of his buddies and stuff when I was little. It just kind of fueled that fire to like, this is what I want. And so it's just been since I was a little bit of just waiting on, the day for me to turn 18 and be able to go try to chase the same dreams and goals that my dad had and whatnot.
I mean, what did it mean for you to be able to represent your circuit at the circuit finals, now called the NFR Open at the Pikes Peak or Bust Rodeo, and go out and win that thing?
Oh, I mean, it was awesome. It's been a long time since anybody in the bull riding for sure. I think the last guy to win the what is now the NFR Open. I think the last time a bull rider from the Turquoise Circuit Finals for the Turquoise Circuit in general won it was Cody Custer. I mean, in the '90s. So it was pretty cool to be able to bring it back to the Turquoise Circuit in Arizona in general. And yeah, it is really awesome to be able to put our name on the map again and you know
I was
show
just gonna
that there
ask.
still is some good bull riders from the Southwest.
Sorry, Avery, I was gonna jump in and just ask about Arizona. You and I obviously we're both Arizona guys. I'm from Arizona, and obviously there's a lot of pride that comes from that state when it comes to athletics and especially pro rodeo as well. What does it mean to you to be able to represent Arizona, represent all your friends that you have back there? A lot of those rodeo guys, especially in that Santan Valley area.
Oh, it means a lot. Arizona kind of people overlook it on the rough stock side of things because I mean when you think of Arizona, you think of Wickenburg and Cave Creek and stuff where I'm from, and it's team roping. Everyone down here has rope horses and roping arenas and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool being one of the only like rough stock guys that is kind of going out and making a name for themselves at the professional ranks, being from Arizona.
I'm sure the fans, they want to get to know you a little bit too. After seeing you kind of burst on the scene these last couple weeks, man, what do you do in your spare time when you're not cooped up like you are right now?
Shoot, I mean, I raise bucking bulls and I have a set of rodeo cows and stuff, and that's kind of what I do. The love for just rodeo in general and the livestock. Like, I mean, whenever I retire, that's what I want to do. I want to be a contractor. I want to raise my own bulls and stuff like that. So that's what I'm already starting to work on now. Like everything that I win, all the money and whatnot. I mean, it obviously goes towards rodeoing and paying my way to get down the road to go to more rodeos. But whenever I win big checks like this, it goes into investments of cows and more bulls and land and stuff like that, trying to just set myself up for like another career after riding bulls is over.
I imagine you're talking about Lions Den Cattle Co. Is that the company that you own?
Yeah, Lions and Cattle Company. That's my cattle company. That's
Nice.
kind of what I go by for all my bulls and stuff at fraternities and events, and just raising bucking bulls and stuff like that.
Where's that name come from, Lions Den? What kind of led you to call it that?
I don't even know really. I mean, whenever we first built this place here and I set my arena up and started getting bulls and cows and started raising some stuff, we used all my buddies, we would have big practice pins like we were bucking bulls every single day of the week. And I mean, I had 5 or 6 guys over here every week that had either made the NFR or were on the verge of making the NFR or been to the PBR finals and stuff like that. So we came up with the lines then, we're all hungry and we're here to eat and we're here to get better. And so that we called the place the Lions Den. And then once I started like raising some stuff, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna call it Lions Den Cattle Company, because that's kind of our motto is, be hungry and go get it.
Who are some of those guys, those NFR qualifiers you're mentioning that have come down to the Lions Den?
Oh, I mean, Chase Doherty, JC Mortensen, he hasn't quite made the NFR yet, but he's also been on the verge quite a few times of making the NFR. A great bull rider. And Dawson Branton, Brady Turgeon, those two, they've made the PBR finals. And during the winter, Dawson and Chase and them, they all stay down here. They're from up in the Pacific Northwest, but they stay down here for the winter. I mean, it's beautiful down here during the winter time, so they come down here and hang out. And then Brady, he's actually from New River, Cave Creek here, where I'm from, and JC. I've grown up with JC and Jackson Mortensen since I was little bitty. I mean, I'm still called Baby Aves. Like they're one of like probably the first three people to hold me whenever I was born. So yeah, we all have just been great buddies, and Dawson and Chase, and like I've just gotten to know them from rodeo and this lifestyle that we live. So it's a blessing all the way around getting to meet people like that and create friendships and uh, yeah, just everything like that. Be able to get together here at the house and do what we love and just share memories and get better together.
Avery, you mentioned your dad quite a bit so far with us, and I want to ask, what does he mean to you, and how has he kind of shaped your career up to this point?
Um, I mean, he had some big shoes to fill for myself. You know, my dad, he's like I said, he's been to the Ram National Circuit Finals and the Turquoise Circuit Finals 13, 14 times, and he was on the verge of making the NFR a few times himself, and so just like I don't know, just those goals and seeing what he did. I mean, obviously, you know, whenever people set standards like that, you obviously want to beat them like that. Just being number one in anything and trying to do better than your competitors. And like he's my dad, he's not my competitor now, but in a sense of my own mind, you know, like I'm trying to, you know, outdo him to where he can't give me as much crap whenever I do bad or whatnot.
Well, you definitely gave some.
Roscoe Jarbo is another one. Roscoe spent quite a bit of time down here and came over here to the Lions Den and whatnot and practiced quite a few times. And uh, yeah, so there's more names. Wasey Shawla, one of my best friends, Lee Casey Morris, like all those guys. We've all grown up together, and so here at the Lions Den, there's been I bet there's been at least 10 or 15 guys. I bet I can't think of all of them right now that have made the NFR, but that have came over and we've all practiced together and stayed here at my house and just hung out and just like I said, shared those memories and fed off each other to get better and uh, yeah.
Something pretty cool between you and Wasey, with you guys being such good friends. He jumped to number one in the PRCA Bill Fig Ford World Standings, and you went to number five in the Resistol Rookie Standings. What a weekend for the two of you. Have you guys had a chance to kind of reflect on the movement for you two in the rankings?
Yeah, and I talked to Wasey this morning. Actually, he was asking me how my neck was and whatnot, but it was pretty cool seeing that. You know, we both got two of our biggest wins of the year. You know, just in the same weekend. You know, so that is pretty neat.
Avery, some fans that maybe just saw your name this weekend, what would you say to them to kind of introduce them to what Avery Mullins brings to the table when he gets in a bucket chute?
Should I know all you guys can expect from me is I'm going to try my hardest every single time, no matter what they're going under me, what the circumstances are, how hurt I am. I mean, obviously, like if I had a broken leg or whatever, I'd still be getting on right now trying to make the NFR. But having a broken neck is that's kind of a different ball game. I can't necessarily take my neck and go try to keep rodeoing to make the NFR. If it was possible, I would, but that's one thing you guys can expect is I'm gonna lay it all on the line every single time, no matter what the circumstances are.
Awesome. Well, Avery, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I'm sure the pro rodeo fans are going to be excited to see what you have coming in the future, and everybody knows that the setback is just a setup for the comeback.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just a small setback for a greater comeback, like you said, and uh, yeah, it's just kind of a blessing in disguise. And I'm already hungry. I'm ready to get back at it and go make another run, try to make the NFR next year in the 2026 season.
I think we can confidently say Avery Mullins is going to be a household name here in just really a short amount of time. You're already getting to that point, man, and obviously the injury, little delay in that process, but we know you're going to be back better than ever.
Yes, sir. No step for a step, right?
Absolutely. That was Avery Mullins, Resistol rookie bull rider here on the Chute Bosses. We'll be back, here in just a few days with a ton more content. You can always head over to PRORODEO.com for the latest results, standings, and wall-to-wall coverage of Pro Rodeo.